Good Lord, I haven't done this in ages. Oh, wow. Okay, well, it is what it is. Hi, this is Arsenette from Rambling Rican. It has been, God, about 2 years. I'm not gonna bother. I'm not using my mic. I don't even know where there it is. That's my entire room has changed. And it's been so long my hair grew. So, I wanted to do 2 videos for a while. The first one was since June. That is the Drechsel update. I had done a video, God, 4 years ago now, on when he was first arrested, and I didn't want to go through all of the horrific things that he was accused of, but finally now he decided to plead guilty. In fact, he pled guilty last year, and then between all the delays and everything else that was going on, he was finally sentenced June of this year. And on SMF I have an entire thread that has all of the back and forth, and so if anybody wanted to read the transcript of that day, fair warning, it's really difficult because you get to hear from 2 of the victims. This case was specifically for victim number 1, and specifically for the federal case. Whether or not anything passes that, I have no idea. I believe he is sentenced up to March of 2029, so if we do the math, he was arrested 4 years ago and has been in jail the entire time waiting trial. He decided to plead guilty, so there's no trial, so they just went straight to sentencing. And so I guess they gave him those 4 years and then another 5, well, 4.5 if you really think about it, since it's March, for the total of 10 years, which technically isn't 10 years, but it is what it is. And people wonder why most people don't report these things, because they should be in there longer, especially with multiple victims over several different states and several years. It was pretty disturbing reading all that. Whether or not there will be anything past this, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be local or other federal. I have no idea. I do know that there's multiple victims, and 2 of them at least spoke out on the sentencing hearing. Sadly, I don't think he's learned anything. But that's for everybody else to deal with. In the meantime, I feel bad for everyone involved. All the victims, because there are multiple outside, and it's rough seeing going through all of this. Hang in there. Thank you for victim number 1. Went through hell trying to get all this done. And between all the delays, between COVID, all the fighting back and forth, and then finally getting to the guilty plea, she's gonna have years and years of therapy to deal with all of that. And victim number 2, which the police didn't believe. And so it's very frustrating to hear about that part of the story. But yeah, that's basically it. It's a conversation that a lot of people needed to have. Many people did not. It was sort of like, hey, whatever happened to Drechsel? They didn't pay attention to why he was no longer a big thing. But yeah, that's about as much as I will deal with that. It like going through PTSD. But if you want to know more about that, there's another video again I did about 4 years ago. The second part of the video is weird, and if this has nothing to do with Drechsel, this is more of a personal update, so if you're not interested, we're done. See you later. I didn't want to make a big video out of this, but I mentioned it to a couple people, and then that kind of jumps between different people and whatever. I don't see it as a big deal, but apparently is. I have cancer. It's they caught it stupid early. I mean, as in like this thing's what 2.2 centimeters, which is just under an inch. Yeah, sitting right in the middle of my kidney. I have no symptoms. I have no pain. And left to everything else, I would have never known. I have what is called a lipoma. It is a fatty tumor. I've had one before. I had it, in fact, right in my neck. And this glorious thing, I don't know if you can see it, it's whatever. I had that years ago, and both my doctor and I screwed up because we knew what it was, but we didn't, well, Christian, he knew what it was. We all thought that it was a smaller thing, so I thought it was like the size of a dime, and he thought it was the size of a quarter. We were both wrong. It was the size of a banana. So it was, 14 centimeters? Yeah, almost 7 inches went into right into my spine. It was growing in my back. It's not cancer. It will never be cancer. Lipomas never will be. But man, they grow fast. So I got one again. It's under my boob. It's like sitting right on the chest wall and right on the rib cage. And I'm thinking, whoo, if that grows, that's going to start causing all kinds of havoc going through my rib cage, going to whatever. So we had an ultrasound and found out, and yeah, it's like 6.1 centimeters. So that's like close to 3 inches. Yeah, it's like this big. It's creepy and it will never turn to cancer. But something in the back of my head, I kept thinking, get an MRI because ultrasounds are like right on top of it. So you can't see behind it really. So let me get an MRI. And whew, I'm glad I did. Shout out to South Jersey Radiology. They saved my life. It's like an entire... I'm not even sure what... I must have moved. Something happened where they must have seen it. Man, I was on the MRI machine for like 45 minutes. I was trying to figure out what they were doing. So they found the cancer. Again, it's this small. It's stage 1 cancer. So it's really, really early. It seems right now, last week was all tests. I mean, dude, I'm still bruised. Stuff in my hand. I was in a hospital literally all last week. I think I had like 1 rest day and then just anyway, so I'm still waiting on some of the results for that to figure out if it came from like the little tubey thing that connects from the kidney to the bladder. I can give you an entire like Cliff Notes version of what kidney cancer is. But I still haven't heard from that, and I will lose my kidney, so my entire left kidney, just say goodbye to it. I mean, it's still there now, so, you know, I'll be beanless after this. Yeah, kidney bean, yes. I deal with stress and horror with humor, even if it's bad humor. I just live with it. That's... Yeah, all the doctors thought I was nuts because I'm sitting there laughing and making, you know, bean jokes. But yeah, I'm gonna be fine. They found it really early. The thing that's scary about kidney cancer is that there are no symptoms. I mean, 0. No one even... In fact, I think some of the reports that I was reading was people can have kidney cancer for like 10 years and not even know. The problem that most people know when they start getting symptoms is that when it has left the kidney and metastasizes onto other organs, and then what people feel is the organ failure of all the other organs. And by that point, you start counting in months. So if I hadn't had that MRI, I'd be dead in 3 years. 3, maybe 5. And that's really creepy. It's, whew. So, I guess moral of the story, make sure you are healthy. I mean, I turned 52 this year, so Like, dude, after 40s, parts start falling off. But if you have the opportunity, I know MRIs are expensive. I know that. But if you have the opportunity to, like, if you feel off, right, by this point, the older you get, you start getting used to, like, what your body can and cannot do, and what feels normal and what doesn't. And again, I felt fine except for that lump, and then I have other female-related issues, so that was all of February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and then September. That's how I ended up in the cancer center to begin with. I don't have cancer, I'm just in a pre-cancer state. So the way that was explained, that's in the upper part. The lower part I'm still waiting. The upper part is, imagine a factory, and a factory only produces one product. In this case, it's cancer. So the factory is built. However, the doors are not open. It set flyers. So that's what calcifications, little grains of sand saying, going, hey, I'm here, and look what the product that we're going to be producing. So the entire summer I was in a clinical trial for a new drug to try to see if it'll work, because some of the medications for my certain condition are pretty horrendous. So they came up with a gel version of it and gooped me up and whatever. So they're still analyzing that. In fact, I finished that last week in the middle of all this cancer fiasco. So, oh dear God. So yeah, so if people were wondering where the heck I was, the first year I just took basically like a sabbatical. I'm not doing any Sasuke content, which is fine. And A&W, I haven't been doing that in years, and from what I'm reading, I ain't missing much. Which is sad. I feel bad for all like the vets and stuff. But yeah, and then this the past year was all medical stuff, so no one wants to hear that, but apparently people do, so I wanted to just do this quick video and keep you guys updated. I have no idea how long I'll be gone. I know surgery will be scheduled on Monday. I'd see the oncologist on Monday, so I would assume soon after that, and then they gut me like a fish, and I'll be laid up for a while. So, I don't know. And again, I've been kind of figuring out what I was going to be doing anyway, in terms of content, and I don't know if anybody's even interested in that. And dude, my computer's still running Windows 7, so I don't know what to tell you. They get a PS5, so my room is now set up for that. But I don't have a capture card or anything like that, so I don't know if anybody would be interested. I'm playing Power World now. Yay! It's on the PS5, came out last week. And still playing Genshin and Star Rail, and that sort of thing. But aside from that, oh, and DRG. Yeah, I play DRG with my husband. But that's it. I don't really do much other than go to doctors now. Yay! So, anyway, sorry for the doom and gloom. I will be okay. Once they take out the kidney, I have like 90% survival rate. So, I guess I'll keep you updated, since some people are really freaked out about it. So, and yeah, whenever the next one is, I'll probably have short hair again. I don't know. The amount of I given up is so high right now. Anyway, thanks for watching if you got all the way to the end, and I'll see you at some point. Bye.